Can you imagine if the right had gone through and doxed a whole bunch of Democrat voters or Democrat supporters, people that donated to the Democrat campaign? Would never hear the end of it. In fact, I don't even think it would happen, right? But it's interesting because it seems to happen on the left quite a bit. Lives at stake. Scalise rips Castro for posting a list of local Trump donors. House Majority Whip Stephen Scalise rebucked Democratic Texas Republican representative. House Majority Whip Stephen Scalise, by the way, who was the guy that was shot at the Republican baseball field by the far left Bernie supporter, rebucked Democratic Texas Representative Joaquin Castro on Tuesday for tweeting out a list of Trump donors and their employees in the San Antonio area. People should not be personally targeted for their political views. Period. This isn't a game. It's dangerous and life's at stake. I know this firsthand. Scalise wrote on Twitter. Scalise was shot in 2017, attempted mass assassination of Republican Congress, and nearly died. Castro tweeted a list of names and employees of the 44 San Antonio residents, including 11 retirees, because apparently they're, Trump-supporting evil Rangers racists now, who donated to the federal maximum of $2,700 to the President Donald Trump's re-election campaign. Sad to see so many San Antonians as 2019 maximum donors to Donald Trump, Castro captioned the photo. Additionally, Castro specifically singled out 2 local businesses for their owners' Trump donations, as well as a local retailer. Their contributions are fueling the campaign of hate that labels Hispanic immigrants as invaders, he added. The names of the employees and campaign donors are publicly available in Federal Election Commission's FEC filings, but publishing a list of opposing donors in an area and their places of employment is outside the norm of members of the House of Representatives. In addition to serving in Congress, Castro chairs the presidential campaign of his twin brother, former Housing and Urban Development Secretary Julian Castro. Democrats want to talk about inciting violence. This naming of private citizens and their employees is reckless and irresponsible. He is endangering the safety of people he is supposed to be representing, Trump campaign communications director Tim Mohan told the Daily Caller News Foundation. Mohan said the campaign reported Toro's tweet to Twitter on the grounds that it violates the platform's rules against targeted harassment, which it does. No one should be targeted for exercising their First Amendment rights or for their political beliefs. He should delete that tweet, apologize, and his brother's campaign should disavow it, he added. Castro's congressional office didn't return a request for comment on his tweet and Scalise's response. Julian Castro's presidential campaign also didn't return for a request for comment. Now, at the end of the day, you would think that's bad enough. There's a bit of an update. Joaquin Castro, I might be mispronouncing his name, outed one of his own donors in an effort to damage Trump. The Democrat Texas Representative Joaquin Castro published the name of a business of one of his donors in an effort to shame President Trump and his supporters. Castro caused a firestorm Tuesday when he tweeted out the names of Trump donors and their employees in San Antonio, claiming that the donors were fueling the campaign of hate because Trump's not the one that's sending out or retweeting a list of donors, mind you, by supporting the president. I was also on the list of people that gave to Castro, and if he dislikes me enough that he wants me to put my name out there against Trump, I'm not going to give him money to him, Warren Howell told Fox News. Obviously, Castro feels pretty strongly against me. Howell owns a real estate company in San Antonio, according to Fox News. He donated $1,000 to Castro's congressional campaign in 2011. He added that while he's pretty independent, he does consider himself a Trump supporter. Castro has also doubled down on his decision to post-it list, and we'll get to that in a sec. So here is someone who has gone through and recently given money to this guy and is now giving money to Trump. And by going through and doxing the list of Trump supporters, he also has doxed someone who gave him money back in 2011. But obviously, at the end of the day, instead of apologizing, no, he just doubles down. I didn't create the graphic, Castro, with journalist support, defends decision to publicize Trump donors. Democrat Texas Representative Joaquin Castro defends his decision to dox 44 San Antonio Trump donors Wednesday, with journalists and members of the Congress are liking to express their support. Yeah, so journalists and members of Congress alike expressing their support. Castro is 2020 Democrat president candidate Julian Castro's twin brother and is currently chairs his presidential campaign. He tweeted out the list on Tuesday and wrote that President Trump donors are fueling a campaign of hate. Despite backlash, he has defended his decision to publicly list the donors, telling NBC's Willie Guest Wednesday morning that he didn't make the graphic, so that makes it so much better. Some journalists and members of Congress have come to Castro's defense as well, noting that the list was already public information, which is true. Joe Scarborough, a co-host of MSNBC's Morning Joe, tweeted that if your business funds Trump campaign, then you're supporting white supremacists. Also, he wrote that Democrats who disagree with the decision to tweet out the list of Trump donors are too stupid to be in power. Because that worked so well for Hillary when she called half the country deplorables. And asked if those who donated to the Democrat campaign would be proud or embarrassed if people knew. John Walsh, a CNN political commentator, thanked Castro and retweeted the list multiple times. I think a part of this frenzy hysteria on the right about Castro's total legitimate use of public donor information is also part of the ploy to attack the campaign finance disclosure laws. They like nothing more than for all the money to be dark money, tweeted David Nero, political director at Daily Chorus, a part of the thread on why we treated out the list was acceptable. Neo mentioned that the constant GOP smearing of George Soros with anti-Semitic tropes and suggested the Republicans are so desperate to fan flux outrage over the Texas Democrat because of possibly additional White House retirements from the state of upcoming weeks. Maybe it's just because you doxed a whole bunch of people. Maybe people like Steve Scalise know full well that doxing people is a bad idea because it gets people shot. Who knows? Look, at the end of the day, what's my view? What's my takeaway on all this? Look, yes, did he dox people? The information was public. I don't know if the list of businesses was as well. Look, technically the information wasn't public, so technically he wasn't doxing people. That said, going through and putting out a list of donors against your opposition, especially after what America has already just gone through, that is very dangerous and very, very stupid. It is literally saying, here is a list of people that you should shoot. Here's a list of people that you can attack. And if someone on that list was to be attacked or whatever, we know who would try and shine away from accepting responsibility, but we'd all know who would be acceptable for it. Right? We know who would be responsible for it, sorry. And that's what it is. It's, hey everybody, here's everybody that's suffering Trump derangement syndrome and who's been a little nuts lately? Here's a bunch of people that have donated to the Trump campaign. By the way, they're supporting white supremacy. Why do you think he's tweeting out that list? I'm against posting anybody's information generally at the best of times, let alone a list of 44 donors that have given up to $2,500, 11 of which are retirees, by the way. To be honest, this is going to do more damage for his brother's campaign than anything. People are going to look at this and think, you're a dickhead. I am not voting for your brother. So, thank you very much for killing your brother's presidential campaign and for making Trump sympathetic. Because that's what you've done. I don't know. Guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Do you reckon this humanizes the Republicans? Do you think that people sit there and think, well, the Republicans aren't doing this shit. Why am I going to vote for the Democrats? Or at the end of the day, do you think that this was a right move? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack a like. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, we'll see you in the next demonetized video for YouTube. Have a great night and enjoy.